Hello, good morning, and Happy New Year. It is New Year's Day, January 1st, 2021. It's about 8:15 in the morning. Left the house about 7 o'clock this morning, heading north-northwest from my house in Lafayette to Kisatchie National Forest. Going to be doing a little hike for a couple of days with an old high school buddy of mine. We've been planning this trip now for, I guess, about a month. Plans have changed a couple of different times. The destination has changed a couple times. The dates have changed a couple times. But, you know, today's the day. Kind of got moved around because, first of all, down here in this part of the world, a few months back, we had a couple of hurricanes pass through. Hurricane Laura, Hurricane Beta, both went through this area. And so a couple of the trails that we had originally planned to do are still closed because of hurricane damage. So we had to change the location of our hike. And originally we decided we were going to go hike some trails, some horse trails in Lufkin, Texas. That ended up getting changed also. The dates got changed a couple of times because for those of y'all that don't know, I am a high school assistant principal and athletic director. Spent most of my career as a coach, football coach, and we won the Class 4A Louisiana State Championship football game just a couple of days ago. Coronavirus pushed the season back a little late in Louisiana compared to what it usually is, and our state championship game was December 29th, which is a few weeks later than when we normally play it. But, you know, it works out. We'll be starting off the new year, 2021, on the trail, and couldn't ask for a better way to do it. We're not doing a long hike. We're only going to be doing about 7 miles today. That's why I'm starting off kind of late. Normally, I'd be driving up here in the dark to start a hike, but we're only doing about 7 miles today before we camp, and then we'll be doing about another 7 miles tomorrow. So kind of just a little short 14-mile total trip over 2 days, and just kind of looking forward to being out on the trail, and film a little bit more once I get to the trailhead. All right, so made it to the parking lot at a place where I'll be leaving my vehicle for the next couple of days. We are in the Kisatchie Forest at the trailhead for the Caroline Dorman Trail, which is near where we're going to be hiking. We're not going on that trail. It's the beginning of the trail back there behind me. You can see the tape across the trail. It is closed because of hurricane damage. The trails we'll be on for the next couple of days will be the Backbone Trail, the High Ridge Trail, and the Turpentine Trail. We've kind of put together kind of a little loop type thing using those three trails and the road that kind of connects this area through the forest road. We'll be starting in a few minutes. I'm waiting for Mike to pull up. He's just down the road. He texted me just a minute ago. Should be here soon. And once he gets here, we'll throw our packs on and get started. All right, so made it to the this is the trailhead of the Backbone Trail in the Kisatchie Hills Wilderness, Kisatchie National Forest. That's the trail up ahead. Did a little road walk for a little bit under 3 miles, 2.75 miles. Just got off the road into this little trailhead area. I don't know if you'd really call it a parking lot, but you could park here, I guess. About to get back on the trail. Took my puffy jacket off because I was starting to get a little sweat going. It's chilly today, but once you start walking a little ways, you warm up quick. And so I got that off. About ready to get back onto real trail now and film some more up ahead. All right, made it to a little campsite. Got a fire ring here. Just gonna sit down, take a little break, have lunch here. I've come about 4.93 miles so far. It's right at noon, almost at the 5 mile mark. I've been coming from back in that direction there. heading in this direction, almost to the end of, not the end of the Backbone Trail, but the end of being on the Backbone Trail today. Right around the corner, I can't quite see it yet, but very near here, I'm gonna come to a junction with the High Ridge Trail, and that's what I'll be getting on, hiking a little ways to the end of that trail where I'll camp tonight, and then tomorrow morning get up and come back down that High Ridge Trail and meet back up with this to finish up with tomorrow's loop. So take a little break here, eat a little bit of lunch, and then get back on the trail. All right, going 5 miles now. Made it to the junction of the High Ridge Trail with where it meets the Backbone Trail, which is what I've been on. Taking a left turn here to go up that way. We'll be on the High Ridge Trail for the rest of today's hike and camp up there. I got a couple miles to go. I'll film when I get up there. Okay, I've got tent set up for the night. If this place looks familiar, it's because it's the same place I had lunch earlier. Got a little fire going. Got my new chair set up. Ended up back here because we hiked to the end of the High Ridge Trail, a couple miles up ahead, and there really weren't any good campsites there at all. It was kind of overgrown, not maintained very well, and not any good campsites. So we got to the end of that, just came back to where we ate lunch. Ended up doing 7.5 miles for the day. Trying to get the fire going good. Gonna have a cup of coffee maybe, and eat supper in a little while. Probably go to sleep pretty early, like I usually do, and get ready to finish up our hike tomorrow. We'll have about another 6.5, 7 miles to go tomorrow. Get back to the truck and get on the road. All right, got camp packed up. It's where I had my tent there last night. Got everything in my pack, ready to go. I had a little fire going over here last night. Didn't last very long. It's about 8:30 in the morning, and we've already had coffee and breakfast and done our morning business and all that kind of stuff, and about to hit the trail again, going down the Backbone Trail. Original plan was to do part of the Turpentine Trail today, but we had planned on leaving here by 8, and it's 8:30. So to kind of make up for that time, we're probably just going to stay on the Backbone Trail because it leads directly back to the trailhead parking lot where we're parked. That'll save us from doing a little road walk that we were going to have to do if we did the Turpentine Trail. So take a little more video further up ahead. All right, we've done 1.7 miles so far this morning. Come to this nice little overlook, about as good an overlook as you get in Louisiana. Probably hard to tell from the video how much of a drop off there is, but this is pretty nice. This is not the type of landscape you expect to find in this part of our world. Nice little campsite here. Got a fire ring. Plenty of spots around here where you could set up a tent. Be a good place to camp. But I'm just gonna stop here for just a minute and then get back on the trail, but wanted to do a little video of the scenery here. Again, we've gone 1.72 miles from the junction of the High Ridge Trail, where we camped real close to that junction last night, and we've probably got about another 4 miles, somewhere in that vicinity, left to go. Maybe a little less than 4 miles actually, till we get to the end of the Backbone Trail, back where we're parked. All right, so we got a couple miles left to go before the end, and we forgot about this creek crossing. We're at Bayou Cypress, and we're gonna have to get wet right before the end.
Oh wow, it's up to here.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had a couple of guys come through on horseback from the other direction, and the water got up almost to the stomach of the horses. So I'm thinking it's going to be at least mid-thigh on me. He's a little taller than I am. You're what, 6'5", Mike?
Yeah.
You know, I'm 5'7", so I'm gonna let him go first and see how high it gets on him.
Go with him.
And it's gonna probably be a little higher on me.
You filming?
Yeah. And I know it's cold.
Yeah. This is a short, this ain't quite as deep. It doesn't get up to my second joint on my hiking poles. And it shallows out right here, Larry.
Oh, good. Oh, I see that. That looks like a deep step there, huh?
Okay, it shallows out. I'm coming up.
Didn't really get above your knees much, did it? Okay. It'll get a little above my knees, but hopefully not a lot. Yeah, the temperature right now is in the 40s. Got down in the low 30s overnight, so I'm sure this water is going to be cold. And we'll get to hike wet for the last couple of miles.
Oh, it's cold. Oh.
Well, Mike made it. I'm going to turn off the camera and get through myself. All right, back at the truck. It's 11:30 this morning. Just finished up. We ended up doing 5.36 miles. Made it back to the parking area. Caroline Dorman Trailhead. Caroline Dorman Trail's off in that direction. The Backbone Trail that we just came out is over across the road in that direction, where we just finished up. Basically two trailheads next to this parking lot. But yeah, had a good trip. Did 5.36 miles today. Yesterday we had, I think it was 7 point something, so between 12 and 13 miles total. Not a high mileage trip, but got a few miles in, got on the trail for a couple of days, and had a good time. And now we're done. Time to go get a burger.